Well, welcome back to the Mayor's Update. Today we're going to talk about our downtown here in St. Thomas and some of the great projects, some of the great work that many of the downtown merchants are doing. Let's first talk about the growth in downtown. I mean, the filling in of businesses and some buildings going up, even our own social service building on the west end of town is making St. Thomas look busier and be busier. And each new business that does open makes all of the businesses around them even busier. So that's a fantastic piece. But we're doing some other stuff through the Downtown Development Board, looking at regenerating the mural project. It's a project that some of us were involved in a couple of decades ago, it seems, when we first put murals on some of the vacant walls downtown. Well, there's more, and there's room for us to do it again. And so we're certainly looking at, can we get local artists and national artists to put murals downtown that depict life and times in St. Thomas, or are of effect that people would like to come and take a picture in front of the mural. Anything we can do to attract business and people into our downtown, the better off we are. It will be a special thing. I was telling a story just this morning about watching some of the last murals go up, and how it's easier to do them in the evening because they use an overhead projector to project the picture on the wall, sketch it in, and then paint it in the next day during the day or over time. And staying up late to watch the artists work. And so I do invite you, as we start back into a mural project, come on downtown and watch some of the artists do what they do. That in itself is an attraction, but after the fact, the great looking murals downtown will make a big difference. Well, the other thing I'd really love to share with you in this video is it's starting to be spring, and we're talking about the events that are upcoming in the summer. And no city is complete without downtown festivals and downtown events. Beerlesque will happen soon, and it's a fantastic downtown related event at the Railway Museum, but also at the tourism booth. We have a lot of nostalgia nights is another one. I mean, there is no one that can't spend hours looking at old cars. And I thought that was just a male thing, but coming out last year during Nostalgia Night and watching how many people flooded downtown St. Thomas to go look at these beautiful, shiny old cars. And it's a fun night to be kind of downtown, living in your teens again, remembering what cars either you had or wanted to have, and how much pride these people pay in their vehicles. So Nostalgia Night coming up in this summer and be a fantastic piece. So we're talking about Iron Horse Festival, and we're talking about locating it this year in the neighborhood of Ross and Talbot. The empty lot there that I knew as Talbot Ford and where the old YMCA used to be, but an open lot use for all of the events at Iron Horse Festival and the concessions. The rides and such would be on the Moore Street parking lot across Ross Street, behind what is now Destination Church, and on that lot. And then hopefully just closing Ross Street from Talbot to Center as a walkway between those two event areas. That's the plan for this year. We're really working on trying to put that together, and the dedicated people on the Iron Horse Festival Committee will make it work if we can all make it work. But it also helps the downtown merchants have access to their businesses while the festival is happening downtown. We meet the first 3 Mondays of the month, so there was not a council meeting this week, which you would think would make our lives a little less busy, but it's not the case. There's so many great things happening. This was downtown cleanup, Earth Week, Mayor's Trash Challenge, so we did a lot of work on that, and council was helpful working with that too. Another great area of town where a lot of work is happening is at the new recreational complex, the soccer fields, the One Password Park on Burwell. And if you drive by there, if you wait 15 minutes and drive by again, you'll see more work. It's just going that fast and that well. It's great to see our community growing up that way. If you take a swing completely around and go to the other end of Talbot Street and watch the the new social services building going up with affordable housing in it. Again, if you wait a day and drive by again, more has been done. Well, gee, how did they get that much done in one day? But it's incredible to see the growth and some of the fantastic stuff happening in our community. So on weeks when we don't have council, Mayor gets to go out and check up on how's the city growing and where's it going. Of course, at the same time, we continue to wait your responses if you haven't on our transit study, on our park study, and our position for growth. We'll be doing a whole coffee day next week of coffee with the mayor and council to talk about the positioning for growth study here in St. Thomas. So we're looking for your feedback. We can't make St. Thomas grow in a really great way unless you tell us what that will look like. So we're looking for your help. And so please check back with the mayor's video next week. We'll have more for you. We'll have had council, and there's lots of stuff on both the reference committee agenda and on the main council agenda that we'll need to talk about next week. So stay tuned and come on back.